Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. Saw this on the TV news the other day, but it was on the news like, I think, what, oh, damn near a year ago or something shit like that. But I've heard recently that, you know how it makes the news like a bunch of time ago, you forget about it, and then it makes the news again simply because the person you heard it on the news before is going to be sentenced. You know, it makes the news, you forget about it, then it comes back up again because okay, yeah, it's almost time for them to be sentenced or whatever they have. Okay, and I'll talk about another thing too that came up like a couple years before that too. Somebody that's a firefighter, it's a damn shame, you know. I mean, it's a damn disgrace. It's disgusting. It's like, and it doesn't make you look good in front of your fellow firefighters too. If you're some younger firefighter in a volunteer fire department, you know, you want to do, they're like to protect the community, you know what I mean? If there's a fire, you keep other houses from burning down. So it's an important job, and firefighters risk their lives when there's a fire to go put the fire out. So that's why one thing you do not do is you don't become a firefighter and then live a double life outside of that occupation and be fucking setting fires. It's stupid. But this guy, when he was caught, I mean, he said it was because he was bored. Yeah, and then, you know, what can happen in a situation like that, give or take any situation. If there's any other similar incidents that happen in other states and other people's TV news that, you know, you don't hear about or you can find on the internet. Well, geez, your fellow firefighters go in there to put out the fire, knowing one of their own started. What if one of their fellow firefighters get killed? They don't think of that they could cause the death of one of their fellow firefighters or death of somebody else. Well, there's also these places too, depending on where you live, that you're allowed to have a controlled burn. And say a house catches on fire, it's all the way somewhere here anyway. That, I don't know, you'd have to look it up, that in some cases, if it's an abandoned house, it's way far away, that they can allow it to just burn out. And then there was arguments too that some people take things into their own hands, not just a childish prank arsonist, that they justify it and take things into their own hands and at the same time want to have a little bit of fun. Oh, that's should be bulldozed down anyway, and they justify it so they want to have a quick thrill, and in one sense, take it into their own hands, and nobody wants to bulldoze it, just burn it down, you know. Which is not a good idea, but I think there is a right way. I mean, that people in some community somewhere, depending on where it is, you can allow something to just burn down, a controlled burn or something. But I think a lot of those cases too, that if you burn something down with intention rather than bulldoze it down anyway, I think I'd have to look it up in a lot of cases, even in far rural environments, that I'm pretty sure most places it's illegal. I'm curious enough to look it up. You guys will look it up anyway, but there was like another case a couple years ago that I saw about. It was disgusting, where there was these all right, this one guy, he was in the fire department. He wanted to make a good name for himself and I don't know, cheat in a way and make himself look good, and he thought that he could make himself into a hero by sneaking and setting fires where, I don't know, somebody is actually living and jeopardizing their lives and their safety, or maybe if there's pets in there, safety of pets. And he thought, you know, he'd make friends that way and become a hero. And he just happens along. Oh my God, there's a fire. He gets over there and puts it out and saved the day. He thought he was saving the day, but he got caught. He was setting the fire on purpose just so that he could be a hero and put it out. So there was one of those. It was like, what the hell? What's wrong with these people? The one guy that I just brought up, you know, doing it because he was bored. He's a volunteer fire department, doing it because he's bored. His fellow firefighters ought to take him and turn him over their knee and spank his damn butt with a belt until he cries. I mean, like I said, there are some cases that they make it illegal to spank your kids now, but think grown people need spankings, need a belt across the buttocks. Some of them need a spanking over live television, literally. So that people know not, so people see it and they know not to damn do this shit. I mean, it's, might sound ridiculous me saying that, but just like I almost wanted to use that as a metaphor. John Lennon, his song Imagine, the Beatles' Imagine. Imagine people that do stupid things, that start to become an epidemic. Imagine instead of people running and screaming because of this or that, whether people are doing stupid shit like I mentioned, or people are threatening mass shootings to get attention like you're seeing that on there now, that a bunch of people take them aside, no, it's not a joke, threatening with their big mouth, oh, I got mental problems, like I said in another video. And a bunch of people in a church grab the guy up, take him on the altar of the church and give him a good spanking on the buttocks until he cries, and make him go on his knees and repent. Yeah, so there's a John Lennon Imagine for you. I mean, why not?